All right, let's jump right in. We spend our entire lives hearing eat your vegetables, and for a very good reason. But what if I told you that as we get older, some of the very healthiest foods we put on our plate can actually carry some surprising hidden risks? I mean, picture this. You eat a really healthy dinner, maybe a big, beautiful salad, some steamed veggies, and you go to bed at feeling fantastic about it. But then you wake up and something's not right. Maybe your words are slurring a bit, or one of your arms feels heavy and weak. It's a scary thought, right? And the most shocking part is that this isn't always caused by junk food. Sometimes the trigger can be a vegetable you thought was doing nothing but good. Okay, right off the bat, I want to be super clear. This is not about making you afraid of your food. Not at all. This is about understanding a really crucial shift that happens inside our bodies. After the age of 60, the way our system handles even the most common vegetables can change dramatically. So before we even start naming names, we've got to talk about the why, right? Because understanding the mechanics behind the risk, the science of how our bodies are changing with age, well, that's what gives you the real power. It's what lets you make smart, safe choices without giving up the foods you absolutely love. It all really boils down to three big shifts happening inside our bodies. Think of it as a new rulebook. First, our kidneys, our body's master filtration system, they just start to work a little bit slower. This means certain compounds can stick around longer than they're supposed to. Second, our blood vessels. They aren't as flexible as they used to be. They can get a little stiffer, a little more fragile. And third, and this is a huge one, many of us are on very common medications that can have some really unexpected run-ins with our food. These three things together create a whole new landscape for healthy eating after 60. Okay, so now that we've got that background, let's get into it. Let's start our countdown of 9 common vegetables that might be hiding a risk. And remember, the goal here is to arm you with knowledge so you can eat safely, not to give you a list of forbidden foods. We're going to talk about the risk, and more importantly, how to keep enjoying them. And coming in at number 9, oh boy, it's a big one. It's spinach. I mean, talk about a superfood celebrity, right? It's pretty much the poster child for healthy eating. But after 60, it comes with a little asterisk. So here's the twist. On one hand, you have this amazing reputation. On the other, a specific risk. Spinach is packed with these natural compounds called oxalates. Now, when you're younger, your kidneys are super efficient and just flush them right out, no problem. But with that slower kidney filtration we talked about, these oxalates can team up with calcium and form these tiny sharp crystals, little troublemakers that can build up and potentially narrow the small arteries that feed your brain. But does this mean you have to banish spinach forever? Absolutely not. The fix is all about timing and smart pairing. Try having your spinach earlier in the day, say in an omelet for breakfast. That gives your body a nice long runway to process it. Also, try not to take your calcium supplement at the exact same meal. And of course, if you already have any kidney or heart issues, it's always a good idea to just have a quick chat with your doctor. Simple. All right, next up, we're actually going to tackle 3 at once, numbers 8, 5, and 4. We're talking about broccoli, garlic, and onions. Kitchen staples, right? Their hidden risk isn't really about the veggies themselves. It's about how their powerful natural compounds can sometimes clash with some of the most common medications people over 60 are taking. And when you look at it this way, it just clicks, doesn't it? Look how specific this is. Take broccoli. It's loaded with vitamin K, which is great for helping your blood clot. But if you're on a blood thinner that's designed to do the exact opposite, you can see the conflict. Garlic has allicin, which is a natural blood thinner itself, so it can basically supercharge medications like aspirin. And the quercetin in onions can relax blood vessels, which could cause your blood pressure to dip too low if you're already on meds for it. So what's the secret to keeping these in your diet? It's really all about 2 things: consistency and communication. The real danger isn't eating broccoli, it's eating a ton of it one week and then none the next, because that can throw your medication levels all over the place. For garlic and onions, it's best to use them for flavor in your cooking, not in high-dose raw forms or supplements. And the golden rule? Always, always keep your doctor in the loop about your diet. They can't help you if they don't know. Okay, let's talk about numbers 7 and 2, romaine lettuce and asparagus. These are the kinds of veggies we think of as super light, super clean, just all-around good-for-you choices. But they share a surprising risk that has everything to do with hydration, especially when you eat them late at night. But here's the catch. They're both what you'd call natural diuretics. In simple terms, they make your body get rid of water. When you're younger, this is no big deal at all. But after 60, our thirst signals can sometimes get a little weaker, and this diuretic effect can lead to a state of mild dehydration while you're sleeping. And when you're dehydrated, your blood actually gets a little thicker, a little more sludgy. This forces it to move more slowly through those aging arteries, which can increase the risk of a clot. And once again, the fix is so simple. It's not about giving them up. It's just about being a little smarter with your timing and your water bottle. So enjoy that big salad or those delicious asparagus spears at lunch. And hey, if you really want them for dinner, no problem. Just make sure you drink an extra glass of water right along with them to balance things out. All right, we're heading into the home stretch with our final group of 3, number 6, 3, and 1. And these are some of the most popular veggies out there: carrots, corn, and tomatoes. Their potential risks are all tied to how they can mess with blood sugar, inflammation, and acidity, especially in an aging body. And it is just fascinating how these seemingly innocent foods can act so differently inside the body. Take raw carrots. Eaten alone, especially at night, they can cause a fast spike in blood sugar, followed by a crash while you sleep. This crash can release stress hormones that actually tighten your blood vessels. Corn is similar. It acts more like a starch and can put you on that same blood sugar roller coaster. And tomatoes, being part of the nightshade family, contain compounds that for some sensitive people can trigger a bit of inflammation and cause some unpredictable swings in blood pressure. So the playbook here is all about smart pairing and simple prep. If you love raw carrots, just pair them with something like hummus or a few nuts. That fat and protein will slow down that sugar release. With corn, maybe think of it more as an occasional treat instead of a daily side. And for tomatoes, here's the cool trick. Cooking them actually reduces some of those potentially inflammatory compounds. Just maybe avoid a huge bowl of spaghetti with tomato sauce right before you hit the hay. Okay, I know what you might be thinking. After hearing all of that, this sounds complicated, right? Like you need a PhD to eat a salad. But I promise you it's not. Let's see how all this advice really just boils down to a super simple framework distilled into 3 powerful, easy-to-remember tools. That's it, just 3. See, we're not talking about memorizing some giant, complicated textbook. Navigating these hidden risks is just about adopting 3 core principles, 3 simple ways of thinking about your food. And it all boils down to this. First, master your timing. Just eat those diuretic or sugary veggies earlier in the day. Second, find your balance. Pair your foods smartly and keep your intake of certain veggies nice and consistent. And finally, stay aware. Pay attention to your body and know how your diet might interact with your medications. Timing, balance, and awareness. That's your whole toolkit. You know, it's totally normal to hear all this and feel a little weird about it. I get it. We've been taught our entire lives that a vegetable is a vegetable is a vegetable, and they're all just good for us. And they are. The whole point of this isn't to make you scared of your grocery basket, it's to empower you. And that right there is the key takeaway from all of this. The more you truly understand how your unique body is working now after 60, the more control you have. This knowledge, it's not about restriction. It's the exact opposite. It's freedom. The freedom to keep enjoying all the foods you love, but to do it confidently and safely. So let's wrap this up with a little call to action. A question for you. Based on everything we just talked about, what's one tiny, simple adjustment you can make starting today? Seriously, maybe it's just deciding to have your big salad for lunch instead of dinner. Or maybe it's grabbing a handful of almonds to eat with your carrot sticks. Those small changes, they're the ones that really stick, and they can make all the difference in the world.